get this shit. Let's fucking go.
Here's the starting group for the Charlotte Hornets. On with Ability. Then it's Dennis Tatum. Then there's Larry Nance. And it's Tatum in at the three slot. And looking at the Nets, Hart is out there with Anthony Davis. Then there's Gordon. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. And Heroes in at the seven. Getting with all the switching out defensively, so valuable to have a big man who can pick us out of those other teams and make plays for other guys.
Giannis, number one. Jokic, number two. LeBron is obviously number 1A. Big guy who can pass because, we forget that he's 6'9", 6'10".
Don't forget about
Embiid as a true center. He's a good enough passer. Their problem is they just don't space the board as they need to.
Here's Hart. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Here a screen on Tatum. It's tipped, and they get it back. Davis gets a valuable look. Off target from outside. And it's the Hornets ball. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
And that one, they just locked it down defensively.
Well, I tell you what, I think you got to really appreciate the grit. Getting dirty, staying engaged. That's really what defense is all about.
The Hornets shooting their first free throws of the game.
And collectively, they're only about 73% as a unit right now.
And this year, they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
And he makes the first.
During his rookie season, Jason Tatum was Boston's go-to guy in the Eastern Conference Finals. A rare opportunity, and that young fella delivered at a high level. He's as solid as it gets on the line. Give him the opportunity, he's catching in on those.
Davis setting the big for Gordon. Puts it up there for Harrell. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense in anticipation there to stop it. Here's Wall. That shot isn't. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Getting their first look of the season at this Hornets team.
And looking back to last season, they won this season series as you'd expect.
Yeah, there's a reason they were a playoff team. And they beat the teams they were supposed to. We'll see if they can do it again tonight.
That doesn't fall either. He's missed his first 2 shots tonight. Brooklyn's gone 0-2 from PG. Gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, I got to talk to James Borrego a bit a few weeks ago. And Coach mentioned Anthony Davis's mobility as a factor as well. He said anytime you've got a big man who can move as well as Davis, it poses some issues. You got to come up with a creative approach on defense to deal with that combination of size and speed. Coach told me though, Kevin, as tough as it is to face Davis, makes his job and the challenge that much more fun. Back to you.
Thanks, David. And that's going to get both of the shots. For Brooklyn, they've gone 0-4. That's their first 4 field goals. Here's the pass to Brogdon. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on John Wall.
Malcolm Brogdon, a clever penetrator when he's driving like this, makes the defense uncomfortable.
But shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
That free throw good from Brogdon.
Oh, I love the leadership of Brogdon. Always hard at work for his team. He's facilitating, communicating, providing offensive energy and direction. Love what this guy brings to the court.
But your shot mechanics look polished. He's a backing count. Some guys take longer to have that thing look smooth and right and make them optically.
Well, it's repetition more than condition. So the more you shot the ball and my left hand stays on the ball, so I had a 5, 6, 6, 0, and have a natural revolution. So probably smart comes to mind, Lonzo Ball, you know, but the repetition will help.
And, you know, there's some guys that, you know, some of the great shooters don't have great, I mean, Ray Allen, Kobe.
Yeah, Kobe shot. Larry Bird was different.
But, you know, they took practice. And check out some numbers for Wall. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. 9th in assists. And he's as opportunistic as anybody defensively, ranking among the top 15 league-wide. It's good for you.
And his floor awareness is undeniable. As you pointed out, top 10 assists. And he's playing it strong and making the perfect pass to strong. Now, here's Brogdon. Here's Harrell. And Harris.
Dogged intensity Carroll has. It's just insane. And he uses all his energy to his advantage, particularly on the glass.
Here's Wall. 17 points in his last outing. Answer with a screen on Bush. And Oladipo. Here we go. And Cantor throws it down.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision excellent.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Ball against Brogdon. Passes it to Davis. Savannah Flame. Gordon for 3. Now the scoring column with that bucket. 1 this game.
Gordon so good at sizing up the defense quickly and then burning them off the catch and shoot.
Ball back to Tatum. To the middle. And stolen by Harrell. Outside Gordon. It's Brogdon on the wing. Covered by Wall. Charlotte trailing. Then is a former point guard on which you construct the
Wow.
Oh, he got this on the floor, baby. Yeah, he's gonna be good. He's gonna be good for the apple. Now, for me, I love guys with a high energy. So that's why I love playing with them. These guys that have, at times I would kind of get too cerebral with him. And he would pull me up. He would make me emotional. I like that. Just get emotionally in the game. Instead of leading the guy. No. Just play hard.
It's funny you said it, because my guy, Mr. John Sargent, the same exact way. He was just a great competitor. Like,
An athletic forward who dunks it with style, showing off his dunking ability right there.
That's trail by 4. Here's Gordon. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Indiana. To the inside. Harrell keeps to Gordon. Shot clock at 6. Harrell was 3 on Wall. Here's Brogdon. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Well, I cannot believe he didn't capitalize there, and neither can he. credit to Tatum. I mean, adding strength over time, learning how to score through contact on the drive, all positive signs.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Locked in against Wall. The three from Davis. And Oladipo pulls it down.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Answer with the screen on post. And Oladipo, here we go. And no good on the triple.
Well, you have to like their work on the board, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, training.
And here's Cantor. 17 points for him last game against the Raptors in Toronto.
And 3 blocks on the game as well. I mean, he was going all out and making plays defensively.
Davis with a screen on Tatum. Here's Hart. That shot off the mark. Great D that time from Tatum.
He's certainly been cold this quarter, guys, but trying to shoot his way back into a groove.
Greg Popovich, the Spurs coach, Kenny, has talked about how the three-point shot is ruining the game.
They're not letting Tatum roll to the bucket. When he's got a head of steam, he's going to finish with it.
And so it's Crockett with it. He brings it up for the net. It's a 5-point game. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Yeah, that was their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponents. That led to some buckets.
Yeah, you know, you can't allow them to get into a rhythm on offense. Once that happens, then you're in trouble.
The competitive firewall playing with the gap fantastic at just figuring out ways to attract contact.
And the new group in for the Nets. Chris Boucher is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Winslow comes in for Josh Hart. Caldwell Pope is checked in for Gordon. And Cameron Payne subbed in for Malcolm Brogdon. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Holly Stein, he's checked in for Ace Kinton. Ilyasova comes in for Nance. Heels checked in for Jason Tatum. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Victor Oladipo. On the wing, Winslow. Puts up a three. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Stolen by Winslow. And he gets the whistle. Coming up.
Hey, you know, this is really the challenge of trying to defend Memphis because not only is he tall and smart, but he's gotten stronger in his time in the league. He typically blows through contact and draws fouls.
Jason Tatum, he's checked in for John Wall. He passes to Tatum. After Schroeder. To the paint. There's Paulie Stein. And Davis sends it back.
Davis' anticipation and time so good at the defense. And this guy is a shot blocking machine.
Far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
The dishes to Paulie Stein. With the ball. Beyond Payne. And it's missing. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting like 28% here in the first. They've shot the game offensively for them so far. Caldwell Pope outside. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Charlotte is gone. 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Tatum on the wing. For 3. And the shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Tatum's got 14 points for the game.
Tatum continues to expand his range, and with his size and length, he can shoot over most defenders.
You ask around more and more team trainers focused on the importance of sleep, the peak performance. Something you ever paid attention to, Kenny, when you were playing?
Yes. I've never played an NBA game. Very few without taking a nap. Okay.
But it's not like a night sleep. You say, I gotta get together.
I would say my thing was I would set my timer for 12:30 a.m. to make sure that I'm in bed by 12:30. So that would be my alarm clock. Not to wake up, but
James, looking around. Davis, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Davis setting the picture. Caldwell Pope. Another miss by Caldwell Pope.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Schroeder with the ball. He's no scoreless so far in this one. Get the bucket.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
That's 3 by 6. Winslow up top. Guarded by Tatum. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. Another miss by Caldwell Pope.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold. This boy. He's a man.
Now here's Davis. He picked up 27 points in the last one against Indiana.
And also 3 steals, so he showed some grit and determination on the defensive side.
Hey, shot is good.
You know, each season in the league, AD's become more of a facilitator, actually much more aware of how to make plays for his teammates.
On the Hornets, strong time here. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. Stay fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Combo, he's checked in for the Hornets. Caldwell Pope against Fields.
Oh, a tough quarter for him offensively. He hasn't been able to give his team a lift when they need it.
Davis shot is off. It's Payne with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Trailing by 4. Ball's not loose. And thrown by Biombo. And that one's good. Schroeder. And the Hornets lead by 6.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
You know, and not leaving anything to chance either. That's why he takes it right to the bucket.
And that does it for the first quarter. Hornets lead by 6. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2.
Yeah.
And if you're like me and curious about Victor Oladipo's overall philosophy, listen to this.
Just to relax. No matter what's going on, no matter how hard you want to do well or if you mess up, just keep going. Just keep playing hard. Just give it your all. You can live with the results after that because you know you gave it 110%.
And you know, Greg, I haven't ever heard anyone question his efforts.
He came into the league as a raw athlete. Now he's a skilled assassin.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
We've got Boucher, Malcolm Brogdon out there with Caldwell Pope. Then there's Hill, and it's Winslow in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. There's Winslow, and the dunk by Winslow.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up and make everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Again against Schroeder. By Hill, nobody around. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Hield's got the lead up to 6 now for Charlotte. Well, that's shooting terribly up to this point, just 30%. Some random shamble offense play there. That's passing it around. Caldwell Pope on the wing, covered by Hield. Shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
getting the ball inside. That's how you create high percentage offense.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Josh Hart comes in for Justice Winslow, and Gordon sub in for Contavious Caldwell-Pope. Charlotte also making some changes. Yes, Canada comes in for Willie Cauley-Stein, and John Wall subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. Shots good by Boucher.
Something that's kept this game.
Show's tied.
Close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Kenny is a freshman. He joined one of the great lineups ever play in college basketball. With guys like Michael Jordan, Sam Perkins. I mean, it was a who's who of the game.
Was so excited.
What was he?
As soon as I walked in, Canada did.
When I walked on campus,
New York.
he picked me up at the airport, and drove me around.
Oh, yes. But it was just great. Playing there with those kind of guys, it really gets you ready to play.
Had you met George before you
On a visit. On a visit.
on a visit?
But he wasn't the best player really at the time. Sam Perkins
Right.
was the guy. He was a 4-year All-American first team. So it was Sam Perkins who everyone saw it. Plus,
Clearly, the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
And they double up Gordon. And followed by Biombo. Three-pointer Heel. It's good from long range. Heel's got 8.
And you've got to be up on Hield, especially when he's beyond the arc. If not, he'll hurt you.
Jordan the best of Rogers. He's set from 10. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Good change. Shot is off.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
and usually amongst the leaders in their offensive rebound rate, Cantor gives your team bounce points offensively.
And with that, the Hornets lead is
Wow.
back down 8 after they get the basket.
Like Josh Hart.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Ball out to Nance. Pass the Wall. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here he goes. He's good again. Nance outside. Outside. Wall. A three-pointer is right on target. And the Hornets lead by 11.
Such a shrewd playmaker. Love watching Wall break down the defense in the pick and roll.
Second chance point. And opens an offense, Kate. That's a pretty easy way to get some score. Those players do the best job of keeping possessions alive with a chance to get the second chance.
Second chance points, I would say Drummond, Steven Adams, and Cantor. Those are guys who are great offensive rebounders, and they get it.
Don't forget Montrezl Harrell is another guy that's doing a great job.
Ilyasova, he's checked in for the Hornets. Oladipo comes in for Nance. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Well, traditionally, many of the great free throw shooters have come from the point guard ranks. Here are the ones leading the league this year.
terrific foul shooting point guard, he's right at the top of the list.
He kicks to Gordon. Here's the try. That's good. He's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Nice to see Gordon use his touchdown low. Not the biggest guy, but still skilled at scoring close to the rim.
On the wing. Field outside. From 17 feet out. And that misses everything.
No other way to put it, just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Off the ball to Boucher. And he takes that one up and powers it through. Didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to. Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand clutch. Picking up the second foul here has to be careful because they can pile up quickly.
Hornets have shot 70% from the free throw line tonight, 7 for 10.
But, you know, from role player to star, Oladipo's transformation has been remarkable. I mean, he's a guy who is really hungry to be an all-time great.
Gordon against Oladipo. Here's Brogdon. And it's in.
Wow.
Brogdon's got 5 points so far. And he played under a number of legendary coaches. What traits do they share? How will he do it?
Well, the great thing about all of them, they have me.
Check that bag, right?
It's something that they all had in common. I'm not saying that it's me, but it is happening. I think what makes it great, what makes them great is the ability to relate and also the ability to change direction. You can have a game plan and all of a sudden change the game plan in the middle of the game and come up with a new one. Well, I even go a step further that you're also with great coaches adapt to their personnel as well as making personnel adapt to it. That's why great competition staff. I mean, I remember when the Spurs used to be beating you in the 80s. Yeah. And now he's the guy that started the run. Yeah.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Hornet lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket for Brogdon. I'll take it his time here. Kansas high post. Caroline. Kansas kicks to Ilias Hope. It's on a 3, and the 3 ball is good. Ilias Hope has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Brooklyn's gone 1-2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter. So that's the Gordon. There's the pass to him. A 3. Hornets with the rebound. Wall's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
I'd love to see them expose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find always a surefire way to get back. Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
And Anthony Davis is checked in for Brooklyn. Payne comes in for Malcolm Brogdon. And a switcher also for Charlotte, Jason Tatum. He's checked in for Hill. The drive by Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Gordon has the burst of speed you like to see in a guard. Excellent at knifing through the defense to the front.
Ball pass to Minnesota. Kick to Cantor. Oladipo outside.
You can tell he thought that shit was going to fall.
And then it's Cantor picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. And the bonus will go to the free throw line. And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
And on the season, only shooting around 73%, so not necessarily what he'd like to be.
And somehow it's become a real struggle at the free throw line. He's lost his way there. I mean, he's not having anywhere near the same success he had there last season.
Tatum gets the bucket.
Well, I tell you, when Tatum puts it all together, he is so much fun to watch. He's a player with a very bright future.
Payne pitches to Winslow. Davis with a screen on Tatum. Winslow misses again. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on Jason Tatum.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they save the layup.
Old school D right there. Just telling them no easy layup. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Now Schroeder has the call his shot. Here's Tatum. And Cauley Stein with the basket on the assist by Tatum. Cauley Stein's got his first 2 points.
Nice work inside by Cauley Stein. Great tool as a finisher.
And here's Payne. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Six on the shot clock. Here's Davis. And it's Davis finishing.
Davis, a game-wrecking presence around the basket. Excellent agility for a big guy.
Schroeder with the ball. He kicks to Williams open. A 3-pointer off the mark.
Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep posting up these threes. It might be time to get inside of that arc.
Rejection by Cauley Stein.
He better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively. 3 triples in the first quarter, but he's yet to knock one down here in the second.
Wins ball. And no good that time. Great D that time from Dennis Schroeder. And Oladipo has it in the corner. Pass to Ilyasova. Nice pass in by Charlotte. Oladipo, good.
Good read from Tatum that time. Saw the defense and overcommitted, and then made them pay with the sweeping eye. Well done.
There's a minute 40 left in the first half. Loads it up for Davis. The shot comes out. Hornets lead by 5. Shoots the 3. And Victor Oladipo hits the 3. Oladipo's got 8 here in the quarter.
And I like the fact that this was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, but now you can see him getting into it.
And Jay, great to have you on the show as always. You gotta come back soon. Promise us you'll come back soon.
I'm coming back next week. You know, there's food out here. It's friendly as out here. It's more room, man. I can't wait to be here. More air, everything, man. Everything's going down here.
Hey, Clark, has there ever been a smoother transition from on-court star to broadcast next day than what we've seen and heard with Kenny?
Very much like this game, Kenny did smoothly stepping from the court to the broadcast booth. And, he's been fantastic in his role with the NBA as a broadcaster. And, he's been part of the NBA family for decades now. And he's done it at a high level.
Tatum takes it off the glass. Tatum's got 21 in the game.
Man, I like the way Tatum plays through contact, stays with his shot no matter what the defense throws at him.
Now here's Payne. Guard the post. Calls through. He's now made 2 of 4. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. And the conclusion of this game, we're off to Washington. They'll face the Wizards. And that will conclude a 4-game road trip.
What the fuck just happened right there? Why couldn't I shoot it?
All right, thank you, David. Folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. SRO, standing room only. Ooh, nice. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Got Shaq here. Got Kenny and Jeff. And joining us once again after his valiant attempt at live action analysis, it's Kenny Smith. That Kenny. What are you laughing at? How you think it went, Kenny? Oh, it was fun, man. It went great, man. What do you got? It's good for you. I mean, if you're happy, we're happy for you, bud. Yeah, good. It was good, man. They loved it. It really was. It was really awesome, wasn't it, Shaq? I remember when he... Oh, no, Kenny, you were great. great. Really, you were spectacular. Well, I've never heard anything. I've never heard anything like it. Really. I mean, he's such a really nice guy. He was awesome. Man, that was tremendous. No, I think I'll never hear anything like that again in the history of broadcast. You were so good. Haters. And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye. 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 Go to Kevin Harlan.
We've got second-hand action for you. If the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
And he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
On the floor for Charlotte. Oh, he's always on the wall. And it's Nance. And it's Tatum. And it's Kanter in the device.
There's no stopping that. AD is too long and strong to bother that alley-oop.
And he just takes from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
Here's Brogdon. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Brogdon's got 10 points in the game. Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA fathers come to it.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with him years ago for Portland, and remember DeMontis was a little kid. Now he's an all-star last year. You know, I think they're going to have an influx of that in a couple of years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We love out LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly head to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad just going to get young to watch his son very excited. But I think we're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. First quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Ball, that's a two-pointer. And Kanter pulls it down.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for him.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
And it's out of bounds. Nice touch by Nance. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's over one block?
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense, and that is one heck of a rejection right there.
Ball against Brogdon. That's the Hawk. 5 on the clock. On D. And Kanter pulls it down. Kanter's got 9 rebounds now tonight.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, you're certainly seeing the effort.
Down low. Got a piece of stolen by Brogdon. Gordon up on top. By Oladipo. Hey, here. Get in.
We often talk about Gordon's scoring ability, but there, great speed to an open teammate.
It's on his wall. Here's Nance. Tatum on the wing. Nance sends a screen for Tatum. Oh, Nance in position. Takes the alley-oop pass and cuts it down.
Man, I love watching Tatum break down the defense in the pick and roll, exploits any passing lane that's available to him.
Oladipo against Gordon. Block 13. Up again. Great positioning on the football.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Well, you know, teams look for +6s, players whose wingspans exceed their height by a half foot. Hunter Harrell is a 6'7" player with a 7'4" wingspan. If you're struggling with the math, ladies and gentlemen, that's a +9.
Bianco was checked in for the Hornets. He'll comes in for Victor Oladipo.
It's fucking weak.
Brogdon's got 6 assists here tonight. And between his length and his athleticism, Montrezl Harrell well fitted for that role of small ball center drag in today's NBA.
Yeah, I mean, he's fearless. Even giving up a few pounds, a few inches, he'll go right at you and making steady improvements as a rebounder year over year.
Charlotte in the lead. Here's Wall. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the top.
Hard not to appreciate the brilliance of Wall. I mean, a super fast, quick player, a guy who runs the offense exceedingly well.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Here's Gordon. He's got 11. Passing to Brogdon. Good shot opportunity. And it's missing. Hornets lead by 4. Here's Wall. And Wall sends it home.
Tell you one thing, it's a bonus to have a guard who can fuck you like that. I mean, Wall gets a pile in James.
Pass to Hart. Now Davis. That's passing it around. Davis with a screen on Wall. It's enough for Davis. And finished off by Davis.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates playing with a terrific feel for each other.
Man, I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there.
And it's Eric Gordon with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
A three for Tatum. It's not going to go for him. So quickly we'll take it the other way. They host the Kings after this game. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. That Brogdon wide open. How good on the three. Charlotte has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Healed outside. And Tatum fires from deep. Rebounded by Hart.
For the massive guys in position to start hitting those, given what he did in the first half.
Hornets lead by 4. Tatum on the wing. Puts the move on. The first shot of the possession finally falls for him. Tatum's got 25 points in the game. Here's Gordon on a handout. Inside, here's Wall. He takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. And now it's an 8-point Hornets lead. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Hornets.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots.
They worked hard tonight and crashing the boards as well. They had a bunch of second chance points.
Trying to shoot. Brogdon. Wall with the block.
A stellar all-around defender. Wall enjoys rising up and denying shooters.
The Hornets ball time here. You know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
There have been a few. I mean, talking about Kawhi was traded to the Spurs. That was a huge deal. Go back. How about Kobe going to the Lakers? Mikal and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit. And I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
Outside Tatum. From deep three-point range. Tatum with another miss.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Now here's Payne. A pass to Davis. Driving inside. And the reception by Coley Stein. And the Nets miss again. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. They won by as many as 11 points. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's
show a little more fight on the interior than he did on that trip.
Passes to Cauley Stein. Now, Tatum, 25 points in the game. Got a piece of it, can't complete the alley-oop. And here we go, Brooklyn, that's good. Payne, shot is good.
Yeah, first and foremost, he's a pass-first team player, this Caldwell Pope. Love seeing that.
Schroeder with the try. Cauley Stein, back to Schroeder. Lays it up off the glass. Schroeder's got his second bucket.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure and close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunity.
Into the basket.
It's just been a brutal outing for him. He still hasn't managed to make a shot. And the team is struggling because of it.
Caldwell Pope feeling it out a bit. Dishes at the wind blow. Good work there as it goes. The Hornets shooting in this game, 45%. Cauley Stein with the screen for Schroeder. Not hit that one. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Still anybody's game at this point.
And no question, this is when you really have to have trust on the floor with each possession.
And Dennis Schroeder hits the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game. And the Hornets making a change here. There's Hope checked in, out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Here's Schroeder. He averages about 5 points a game. The three from Tatum. And he's in from three-point range. Tatum's got 7 points here in this quarter.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
That's it. Winslow. Let's get the ball around now. And Buddy Hield is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Oladipo, he's checked in for Jason Tatum. Defense, Charlotte, 6-point lead. 6 to shoot. Davis with a three-point shoot. Here's Payne. A rebound by Hield. Hield's got 5 rebounds tonight. And Oladipo, here we go. The shot's good. And it's an 8-point Hornets lead.
Excellent concentration from Oladipo. Even when you get physical with him, he figures out a way to convert.
Payne passes the ball well forward. 1:22 left in the third quarter.
This is definitely a day he'd like to forget. He just hasn't had the energy or the intensity to get it done out there. He still scores.
Here's Schroeder. Hield outside. Good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got his 5th assist in this one. Next trail by 11. 53 seconds left in the third quarter. And the dunk by Winslow.
Ball to the kid. Trying to get a guy go.
Hard not to get motivated. GA, like when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
And the Hornets making a change here. Andrews checked in. Hield with it to the inside. And Vendors managed to get one in just by Hield. Andrews got the lead up to 11 now for the Hornets. Brooklyn's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Payne passes to Caldwell Pope. Carries it down low.
I think it's important Caldwell Pope makes these shots, showing real toughness, converting through contact.
Now, here's Oladipo. Schroeder outside. Oladipo over Caldwell Pope. Heel from outside. And it's the Hornets another three.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the power.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, he's stacking up threes the way he is. I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
And so it's the Charlotte Hornets. Not playing dozen here at the end of the quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. Back right after this. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been evenly fought contest. That'll be a 5-second call. And let's look at the players contending for a spot in the dunk contest this year. Each and every one of these guys can do amazing things around the bucket.
And they will. I guarantee you that we're going to see things in this year's contest that we've never seen before. Those fellas have to trick up their sleeve for sure.
You look at Tatum, and I know he likes to make a move up with the consideration. He's got all of the athleticism you hope for from a dunk contest participant.
And he sure does. Lots of competition, though, in the running this year to get that big invite.
So there you go. And as it's looking, this year's dunk contest is shaping up to be a fantastic competition. We'll keep you updated on the voting.
No doubt it's going to be a good one, Kevin. We've got players on that list who'll do things that you didn't even think were possible.
A moment now to reset the lineup. Brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. 7-4 for the Nets. Davis is out there with Carroll. And then there's Malcolm Brogdon. And there's Gordon. And it's Hart. And at the three, the small forward. Over to the left wing. Colin Stein drops it to Nance. And Charlotte again with the record.
And looking confident. When Nance can hit the jump shot, this offense becomes much more dynamic.
Outside Gordon. Launches it. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Just throw it up there. Drill Will's going to take care of the rest.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Gordon with all around. 3-pointers off the mark.
Well, he had one three-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with 2 saves.
Here's Lowe. And to Lowe.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their play.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Pass to Brogdon. They need this. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Oladipo for 3. For a rebound by the Nets. Carroll's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Davis sets a screen. Finding the lane. Hart, that's good.
You know, we've seen a much different version of him in this half, guys. He's been sharper, more focused, and more assertive.
Oladipo against Gordon. Oladipo the pass to Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
Excellent vision that time in the pick and roll by Oladipo. Always looking for his teammates.
That's trailed by 18. Outside Gordon. Brogdon looking it over. To the paint. Here's Harrell. Shakes him. Excellent lead from Cantor.
Plus 8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And Cantor throws it down.
Yeah, you know, John Wall is so masterful as a floor general. He's a real maestro out there. Terrific at finding the open guy on time and on target.
Oladipo against Gordon. And that one is back iron.
what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, should have made that one.
Outside wall. Dishes it to College-Stein. Oladipo right side. And stolen by Gordon. A finish. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Boy, a little burst of speed gets Gordon to steal, and then seconds later, he's got the break start.
Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in two different settings.
Yeah, I mean, two very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play with Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver.
And Seattle, right? Let's get back in both those cities.
Exactly.
And Tatum is really good at bouncing off the defense. Again, playing through contact and knocking down shots, despite getting bumped and thumped on his way to the hoop.
We hear about the extinction of great NBA big men. Do you see it that way? And if so, Greg, is the game that has changed or perhaps a dip in the talent at that position?
You know, you think that the likes of Russell, Will, Kareem, Robinson, and Shaq, some would say, well, we just got lucky. But in a lot of ways, we still have the dominance of the big man. They just play more outside of the paint, right? You know, Giannis, you look at what he could do. Anthony Davis and the way he plays the game. I mean, LeBron, in essence, is a big man. I mean, you still can dominate the game as a big. It's just that you now can actually, in some respects, have more impact because you're involved in more facets of the game.
Towards the pass to Brogdon. Davis with a screen on Wall. To the middle. It's stolen by Nance. Oladipo for three. Now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his fifth basket.
And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now in the game.
Yeah, it's not a surprise then to see them out in front the way they've been efficient offensively in this half and actually throughout the entire game.
The shot by Brogdon, no good.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the board has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Tatum draws the double. And there's the foul. Will go on Josh Hart. That's his third foul of the game.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Great frustration right there. I agree with you. Self-control of your emotions is a must-have if you want to play winning basketball.
The drive by Gordon. Nice D from Oladipo.
It has not been his game so far. I mean, he's trying his best, giving great effort, but little has gone his way.
And finished off by Oladipo.
To not let Oladipo get these kinds of opportunities, easy throwdowns like that, help him get into a groove.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Timeout called the Nets. And Clark, because of COVID, the timeline for this season has been altered. Are you ready for more summer basketball?
Man, I tell you what, Kevin, I'm not sure. I've always been a proponent of the season being shorter at the NBA level. I know it's impossible. The toothpaste is out of the tube in terms of obligations on the media front. But I think the league would be better served starting a little bit later, ending sooner. If summer basketball has to happen at the NBA level, I would hope it's the last time we have to do deep summer basketball. I think it's more of a winter sport that trickles into the late spring versus being a summer game at the pro level.
Luwawu, the pass to Payne. Here's Luwawu. Lets it go with a three. The rebound by Nance. Now Wall. Now the dish to Nance. There's the dribble. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
It's Payne with the ball. He'll bring it up for the net. Pass to the left. Trying to end the drought. And pitches it off the right side of the rim. Charlotte's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range pitching so far. Oladipo goes in. And then Oladipo with the jam.
Boy, he's got freakish athleticism, and you can see why. He's participated in the slam dunk contest before. This guy can fly.
Here's Payne. Tipped away. Down low. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals. 5 for 8 of the game.
Encouraging signs for him after starting the game poorly. He's picked it up here in the second half.
Ball finds Kenner. No good. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Now here's Payne. Covered by Wall. For the basket. 6 for him this game. 6 for 9. 67% shooting.
Well, you certainly can't fault him as the reason they're behind. He's been on target and on top of his game.
On the floor now for Charlotte. And the Hornets call time here. Right after we saw top prospects like LaMelo Ball and R.J. Hampton playing a year in Australia, the NBA G League sweetened the deal to attract those blue chippers to this G League, which I think is a very interesting topic and a very interesting way to go.
It is. You know, I think the salaries now can exceed $500 million, not to mention the endorsement deal. They're on a single team that's built around their needs. Certainly an enticing option for those who want to skip the college route.
Does this affect colleges, in your opinion, in their recruiting?
Not at all. You're going to love your school, especially if you're winning.
And it goes down 2 points.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Here's Fields. There's Crawford with the 3. Gomez grabs the miss. And here's Payne. The pass to Lyle. The 3. And it's Chioza with the rebound. Kick it to Williams-Opa. It's Crawford on the wing. Over Moore. No good from the wing.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
Passes it to Llewellyn. There's the 3. Biombo with the rebound. Biombo's got his 6th rebound on the night. Crawford with the ball. Williams-Opa shoots over Lyle. And there's Williams-Opa on the assist by Crawford.
Boy, Ilyasova, really an aggressive mindset scorer. I mean, when he's in rhythm and he's getting the ball in a good spot, he's a highly effective point producer.
And Moore kicks to Payne. Biombo with the block. Here's Craig. Pass to Biombo. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Ilyasova finds Crawford. Here's the drive. Here's Biombo.
Yeah, he's a threat to throw it down every time he's near the rim. At 6'9", Biombo has not only the height, but the strength and bounce to jam it down.
Guys are looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And the pass to Payne. That one doesn't go. Now Charlotte takes it the other way. There's 1:38 left in the fourth. Here's Crawford. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Well, in the dunk contest, we saw Michael Jordan take on Dominic Wilkins. These days, not as many star players are participating in these skills competitions. Like Greg the slam dunk.
I think it's a great point to raise, Kevin. And I think in part because back in that era, you know, the reality is guys didn't make the kind of dollars they make today. There was more risk, I guess, in the mindset of guys today. And they didn't want to take that challenge on it. So I wish we could see more of our stars in the slam dunk contest, but yes, I don't think that's going to be the case, unfortunately, as much as we'd all like to see it.
Next year, 35% in the fourth quarter. The offense looking a little rickety.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. You can safely say mission accomplished now for the Hornets.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
They can chalk this one up. These two teams will see many more of one another before the season is over.
We know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
Hey, you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Enes Kanter.
Now, he was a problem on the glass today, relentlessly crashing the boards and came away with a bushel basket full of rebounds.
And there's the foul. It goes on Ilyasova. That's his third foul of the game. Now here's Payne. He started close. Driving in, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Major dominance, and it comes so easily for him. Fantastic at getting to his spots on the floor.
Here's Nance. Offline. And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Victor. You've been playing well on offense of late. What's going right for you at that end of the floor?
Patience, man. Experience. Belief. Faith. All the above, man. Just coming out here working on my game. I'm just going to continue to keep hard. My teammates continue to keep working hard. Continue to keep getting better.
That is a crowded locker room with all those things in there. Thanks, Victor. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David. Great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. So long.